welcome. So today I want to talk about my past reads, my current reads, my future reads, and I'm going to get some reading done this afternoon, and I'm almost done reading Les Misérables. We've almost finished it with the book club, so the plan is to finish this. And I have also just finished reading the Cambridge Introduction to Narrative. This book analyzes narrative and how it is used in stories, and it gives a lot of examples from the works of, for example, Hemingway, Emily Bronte, and so on. And I found it a really interesting book, so that's what I finished yesterday. And starting from the 3rd of April, we are reading and discussing Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. So I started reading it and writing notes, and my first impression is really positive. I think I will end up loving this book. The book blurb / summary on the inside really had me confused, and I really didn't know what to expect. So yeah, it's still kind of a mystery, but I think I will love it. Now, and this has me most excited, I am going to reread a novel that I've read, 5 years ago, and that I really loved. The Binding by Bridget Collins. I really enjoyed this book, but it's been such a long time, and I'm kind of afraid and excited because I really hope that I will still love this book. I have changed so much as a reader over the years, and it's, we'll see. So yeah, that's what I also really want to do today and focus on today, and that is to start rereading The Binding. I also have some sad news because the past 3 days I've been working my way through Shirley by Charlotte Bronte, and I know her from Jane Eyre. I loved that book when I read it a long time ago, and I've been meaning to read more of her. So last year I got myself a copy of Shirley in a secondhand bookstore, and I was excited to start it, but I gave up after chapter 7. So I did not expect this because I love Jane Eyre. And first I thought, I'm just gonna work my way through this novel, even though I don't like it. But it was just taking too much of my energy, and so it goes back on the shelf. I don't know if I will ever try it again, but if I do not, I will of course get rid of my copy. Right now I just couldn't do it, so it's going back on the shelf. So I finished the first chapter of the binding and I'm no longer afraid. I think I will fall in love with this story all over again. So in the first chapter, we meet Emmett, who is our main character. And he has been sick and weakened, and therefore he cannot no longer do the productive work that is required of him. And because he's still weakened by his illness, he can no longer be as productive on the field as he was before. So he works on the field for his father, and he isn't really of use anymore to his father. And so one day a letter arrives from a bookbinder, and she wants Emmett to be her apprentice. Emmett, of course, doesn't want to go, but his family wants him to go, and his father forces him. Now, there is something very strange about books. There's something forbidden about it, and something that isn't clear yet in the story, but books are seen as bad. And so Emmett being a bookbinder is something really bad. Like, we get the impression that it is not good, and that people are kept away from keeping books. I remember some things about it, but not like in detail, so I'm going to discover things all over again. I actually really like books about books, but for some reason I haven't encountered a lot of books about books. So yes, this is fun. Hello, it is Thursday today, and I want to give you a little update on the binding, how everything is going. And I also want to tell you about a magazine that I recently discovered. So one of my subscribers gave me the amazing tip to check out a magazine, a French magazine actually, and she said, you know, the one of the previous editions was about Victor Hugo, and since she knew from my channel that I absolutely love Hugo's works, she thought I would fall in love with this magazine. She said to me, you know, you can order it online. So I looked, and as I went to work, I passed by a magazine shop just to check, you know, if they have the magazine, because it's French and Brussels is French. So I found it. This is a literature magazine. It focuses on French authors, and I got the one from Jules Verne. I was so excited when I saw this, and it's quite expensive. I paid like €9 for it, but it is so beautiful. It is such high quality. It has artworks, and the texts are, look at this. It's just such a wonderful magazine. I'll show you up close in a second. And I'm working my way through very slowly because one, it's in French, and two, because I'm taking notes. Should you be interested, I think they have an English digital edition on their website. So it's called Lire Magazine. I'll link it down below and share the name of the magazine in the description box. So I'm taking notes. Why am I taking notes? Because we consume so much information from day to day, and I hate that it all goes away at some point. I will not remember anything in like 2 years. I love to be able to go back to my notes at a certain point in the future, and also it's going to be super handy when I one day decide to make a video on Jules Verne or one of his works. Then I can just open up my notes again and share some interesting facts with you all. So what I want to do today is get some reading done in the magazine, just, you know, relax, have a cup of tea, and spend some time with the magazine. Then I want to proceed in the binding. I am now at chapter 8, and which is page 109. I am enjoying this reread so much. Like, I am super happy that I still love this book. It is so good. And look at my bookmark. I always get postcards from museums that I visit, and I love this one. I always use them as my bookmarks, so this is the bookmark that I'm currently using. Anyway, I also want to fill up my fountain pen because there was a yellow brownish color in this, and as I was writing this morning, the ink was empty, and I want to change it with a color that I have never used before, red. It's so funny that it gets me so excited. It's just ink, you know, but being so fond of journaling and fountain pens and inks, this just makes me super excited. So I'm gonna try out this new ink. I always use Herbin, and it's the first time that I'm going to use red. So this is the Terre de Feu. So I'm going to rinse my fountain pen out, and then I'm going to test it. I recorded a video for you guys, and I also did some reading outside because it's so sunny and it's still cold, but it was nice to sit outside and read for a while. It really got my energy levels all up, and I'm gonna head outside again and do some more reading because I'm just really enjoying the sun right now. And I also just realized that I have to pack a baby suitcase because I will be spending one night in the Netherlands because I've been invited at a book signing event with my publisher. So I am going on a trip this weekend. Perhaps I will film a little bit. I don't know if I will have the time or the energy, but I will certainly try. I'm gonna go outside to read a little bit and then pack a mini suitcase, and to Luz is sleeping here in the couch right next to me. Let me show you. I'm gonna read.